What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, we finally, and I can't even believe we're saying this out loud, we can finally talk about Little Devil Inside. Random Wednesday, Nintendo Direct, Elden Ring DLC. They thought this was the best, and you know what it was, but they thought this was the best time to drop this news. So what we got was 6 minutes of footage, and actually quite a few minutes of it I'm sure I'll be playing here, kind of as B-roll. Game looks really good, okay? It reminds me, I think it reminds a lot of people why we had any kind of hope for this game in the first place, right? The game has basically become like a big joke online in terms of how long it's been and, kind of starting in the Wii U development cycle, and the lack of communication has been atrocious. There's absolutely no way around it. But the trailer shows why people were excited in the first place, right? Because it's kind of weird. I gotta be honest. It's always looked weird. It's always seemed weird, but it's cool. Like, they're trying a lot of different things in this trailer. Well, they also issued, in words, right? In writing, they talked about it. So let's read out what they said. Dear all, it began with a dream of two brothers. You supported, we became a team, then grew into a company, and tried many hands to make light work. Along the way, in all efforts to making a great game, many great people have come and gone, people with respectable but different purposes and pursuits. In sharing these differences and thoughts, we were sometimes touched and moved and sometimes in conflict. We are responsible for not being able to embrace the differences. And of course, sincere apologies to you all. So now we're back to a smaller, bonded team with a single common purpose, just to make a great game. And all our core founding and starting members are still here with the duty and conscience to fulfill what we set out to do. We know this doesn't and shouldn't justify all the delays and lack of news, but we're still here, have been, and always will be, equipped with one tide-turning fact. Having gone the long way around, we are stronger, much stronger. We have genuinely started discussions regarding publishing, and once this thing clears out, hopefully, we'll be able to answer what everyone wants to know. Here, we've just strung together a series of game clips representative of what we have been working on in the Unreal Engine 5 engine, right? So, I mean, it's a solid letter. They're right. It doesn't excuse any of it. I mean, again, it's been a terrible run. I guess they do kind of come out and say, I read part of it, but reading the entire thing out loud for this video. So it sounds like their team grew and they weren't all in it for the game, right? Definitely sounds like almost a conflict of interest going on there, right? People had to be laid off or let go, or people just left on their own will, whatever ended up happening. But now they're kind of back to a core that actually wants to, I guess, give us the game. So I mean, I absolutely respect them coming out with that. And again, gameplay looks good. It being an Unreal Engine 5, fantastic. The publishing thing is interesting, right? So they come back, they don't have a publisher, so you got to find a publisher. Now, honestly, I don't know that much. I try to always, inform myself or, learn as much as I can about the industry without being a part of it, without being in it. It's hard to pick these things up sometimes. I don't know how far that would mean the game is, right? Now, if you're looking for a publisher, does that mean you're actually, because there's two ways this goes, right? Number one is the game is still years away. And honestly, I would not be shocked. In fact, I'm thinking still another 2+ years. And that's just a gut feeling. Just because, why would it come out, now when it hasn't come out, in the past 10+ years? Now, again, they've given us reasons why, right? But I guess, I don't know, I don't want to get too excited to just be told, even if they find a publisher, right? All right, we're ready. Game comes out 2026. That could very easily happen, right? So I don't want to kind of get ahead of myself. But at the same time, I don't actually know. Now, maybe there's other people out there that do know. If you're looking for a publisher, and we don't know their specific situation, but if they specifically are looking for a publisher, is the game ready or very close? Can you get it out this year and you're literally just looking for somebody to put the game out, but the game's done, but you're just looking for them to put the game out? It could be either, I guess, of those extremes, because one is the game is done and it's ready to come out, say, this year. The other is we're just kind of forward thinking it. It's not going to come out for 2+ years. Those are both extremes. Could be in the middle. Could be a year away, right? Could be mid 2025. So I don't know for sure. Now, again, actually, they say it in their post, right? When they get a publisher, they can talk about it. And I hope and I'm sure that they will, right? You gotta, once you have the publisher, you obviously announce that, and you should then come out and say, okay, here's what we're thinking, in terms of a timeline. But honestly, I'm kind of in shock. I gotta be real. This came out this morning. I think this came out before anything else, before the Direct and before Elden Ring. This was first, and I opened Twitter to it this morning, saw it, couldn't believe my eyes. Took me 12 hours, I guess, right, to throw a video together. But no, I'm very happy. Honestly, I've dug at them a little bit in this video, but I'm really happy it's back. I kind of didn't think it ever would be back. I think I actually predicted that it got canceled, a few months ago. So I'm glad to be, I truly am. I'm glad to be wrong because I like these kind of comeback. Well, we don't know, I guess, for sure if it's a comeback, right? But I like these stories of games that have been in development for like 5, 10, 15 years that actually make it out. Most games don't. But some games very rarely make it through, and I don't think you necessarily like celebrate that. I mean, it's just not how you probably should go about it. But again, like the game looks cool. I hope it's good. I want it to be good. So I'm still looking forward to it. We'll just see. We'll see when the next time we see this game, right? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.